Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Michelle Robinson. I'm an intuitive channel and intuitive psychic and a mentor. I've been away for a few weeks, having a great time traveling around New Zealand, and it's really good to be back and good to be back at my YouTube. It was a great opportunity for me to take, and I had a brilliant time reconnecting myself with my homeland, and it was also a very healing time. The last episode I did before I left, there was some changes in the monarchy that I could see, or changes had demise with Prince Charles, and I felt this was going to be quite soon from that reading, perhaps within Feb. But as far as I'm aware, he's still around. And there were a number of other things which I think have come to pass, but I can't quite think of right at this moment. Okay, so I did actually, I know when it's time to get on and do another recording because I started seeing some visions this morning, and I saw which buildings which to me represented Iran, and I saw the Anatolia, and he appeared to be he appeared to be quite a gentleman, but very religious, I guess. And I did hear tyrant around that situation. I did see that there was opportunity here for women, and that there was a hope for women, and women looking to their daughters to release them from something which is very quite rooted in tradition and doesn't support their sovereignty. So that was what I saw about that. I did see a few other things. I should have written it down. Anyway, we'll just see what comes through. Okay, monarchy. This is still coming to light. This is a time of illumination. So um, keep tuning in. It's going to be interesting. There's just going to be people in high places that have had trust placed on them in their roles that seemingly think that they are different from the average person and don't need to have accountability, I'm hearing. This is going to affect Prince Charles. So revelations and indiscretions. There's work going on around this kind of it's a little bit underground at the moment, but again with this illumination which is which is occurring because of planetary alignment and also light intensity on the planet, causing these wobbles and shakes, but also shaking the soil, bringing things to the light, almost like a sifting process. So there's a lot more that will be seen. And again, I'm hearing transformational, so will lead to physical change of the monarchy. This will unfold in the near future, the role being untenable, demise being that of the king's role. Him and Andrew in cahoots. So this will be, I guess, brought to light. There's a disappointment on William's behalf. I feel that they're a lot more rooted and grounded and in touch with, I guess, everyday people. This is a foundation which has had many indiscretions, many cover-ups, and it is this is a very good shake-up. I'm actually seeing Buckingham Palace just shaking, and almost to create a sense of renewed air, a freshness, a clearing of the cobwebs. So this is something that should not be stood for when there is not equality, one being appeased and one being opposed for similar actions. This is no longer acceptable. This is something the people will not stand for, and this is known, so action needs to be taken. I'm seeing his crown crooked and falling off his head. I'm getting a sense of karmic behavior there. He has created a lot of harm in the name of the monarchy. I am seeing Princess Diana. He created instability for the monarchy and a headache through his indiscretions and affairs, and made poor choices. As did Andrew. I'm hearing Playboy. So these are now no longer acceptable to people who are supporting their positions financially. There must be more on that. Okay, I'm seeing Prince Charles in his formal regalia, dismissed and demoted. Never, so it's very hot back here. My glasses keep sliding down my nose. Didn't have that problem in New Zealand, funnily enough. Diana. Hers is a lasting legacy, one that inspires. The monarchy will inspire the people again through during the future generation reign. Lessons having been learned and a more down-to-earth approach being applied. One where there's one foot in the monarchy and one foot amongst the people. A realistic point of view, more approachable and accessible. Princess Charlotte, I'm just seeing her. She will be a great woman in her own right in years to come and a fantastic supporter for the family. She will have great resilience through events yet to transpire. She will be loved by the people. She will be compared to Princess Diana, there being some similar genetic traits and also air of loveliness and concern and compassion coupled with strength. She will be a fine woman and also a fine rider. Louis. He will have some hiccups along the way, but ultimately this will just endear people closer to him. The family unit will stay close. And the oldest son, his name has just gone out of my head, sorry. And there's an air of burden of responsibility that he is already sensing. This will be helped by his siblings. They will remain close and supportive. They will assist with decision making. These will be considered the modern royals. There will still be pomp and ceremony. I'm seeing the horses and the carriages, and I don't know, I don't know what they're called, very fancy outfits of the people riding the horses, the big hats and the tassels. So there will still be splendor for people to admire. But it will operate in a much more, I'm hearing, transparent manner in future years to come. This will transform the monarchy. And I'm hearing like pared back. Okay. Things will transpire over the next 6 weeks. And I'm hearing downfall. And watch this space. Okay. 𝓜𝓲𝓬𝓱𝓮𝓵𝓵𝓮. Actually, when I originally had Gus come through to me, I did get a 3, and I thought, oh, he's going to be found in 3 days, 3 weeks. And then as time went on, I thought, well, maybe it was 3 months. And now I'm thinking, gosh, that was quite a while ago. The 3 could relate to March timeframe, so this timeframe. And I feel that could be the case. Things are being unearthed. Cracks are showing. Just allow a little bit more time. The hounds are on the scent, and there will be some revelations, I feel, made from one of the family members, and a release. So like a release, media release, creating a great deal of relief. I'm seeing William Tyrrell. There will be some more information coming to light around William Tyrrell as well. And I'm hearing, and his demise. I do feel he is buried somewhere near a stream, or I'm seeing a creek or a stream, and just an area beside that with deterioration. But there may be some, I'm seeing his Spider-Man outfit, maybe some material. I'm hearing maybe DNA. Something's going to come to light about that case. Beaumont children, I feel similar. There's going to be some light shed on that case. It will be surprising and unexpected, and close a chapter that's been sitting unanswered for a very long time upon Australia's bookshelf. There will be a lot of relief with the knowledge of what's happened to some of these children. I'm just seeing Gus. He's very bright-eyed. He's very lovely. Little curls, just marching along in front of the property. When I'm facing the property, he keeps taking me over to the left-hand side of the property to a building there, and standing on the dirt floor. I see a spade leaning up against the wall, and that's significant. And a toolbox. A long rectangular metal toolbox. These all have a part to play. These are the clues. I feel this building is beside a water tower. The water tower's on stilts. I guess that's a water tower. May have something on top of that, like a wind crane, wind direction, implement, something along those lines. I'm not sure. I'm just seeing this. This is also significant. This is associated with his whereabouts, I'm hearing, so that will be interesting. I feel like this is really not long, but I do get the sense that timelines are not, maybe the sense of not long is not our sense of not long. So tsunami. Okay, so it must have been all about Gus. Tsunami. So I'm just seeing dark clouds over the Pacific building, ominous and destructive. Will be a powerful category and create quite a bit of damage. Will affect the shores of Australia, and I did feel Capricorn coast, but not yeah, so a little bit lower than perhaps normal, not that Cairns region. And I'm just hearing to hunker down for that, for anyone affected in that kind of East Coast region and the Pacific Islands as well. So doing what you can at this stage in preparation for storm season. Um, this could be show in intensity as well. And back to Fiji and the coral seas. Keep getting coral seas and seeing the fringe of coral and just hearing damaging. So I've had this before. So this is maybe just showing me that it's still upcoming. Earthquake. Hearing Indonesia. There's still some activity on the Ring of Fire. And I'm seeing it more at the top region, kind of like little dots popping up. So there's still some rumblings and activity there as well. Not to be concerned. These things are part of the plan, part of the design. All is known. Don't sit in fear. These are environmental events which happen and have always occurred upon the planet. There is just a certain intensity to this time, these environmental events during this period. Also, I'm hearing Mars and Rahu, planets of war. I don't know astrologically where they are aligned. This also is creating an added layer of intensity of warlike behavior, of I'm seeing the bombing of warfare. I'm seeing kind of like the bombs, and I know it's Iran. I'm seeing Iran's Alatoya. This was a little bit unprecedented, just dropping a bomb on this leader, but had the effect of ending a reign of tyranny, stepping on the toes of another country. I'm seeing Trump's face. Um, mm, okay, so I'm hearing leading situations into warfare. Silver edged clouds. So I do see rays of sunshine coming through and the silver edge of the sun behind the clouds. This will clear. Things will settle. Markets, the volatility will settle. New Zealand dollar on the rise. Japanese yen remaining stable. US dollar still appears strong. Not feeling much around the Australian dollar. Stable. Canadian dollar, some fluctuations. Euro, struggling. I'm seeing that Eastern Europe, there will be a cloud that will blow away in this region, just given some time. That will be this year. It's going to make way for a lot of gaiety, joy, happiness. There'll be a shift. Things will change. Current situation is not tenable for either party, nor is it serving anybody's needs. I'm hearing this is a clash of an ego. And I'm seeing Putin. Could be anybody's war. I'm not sure what that means. He is maybe making up for his stature, is kind of the phrase that I was getting. And has a very firm line, one which is not reasonable but cannot be backed down from. Too much has been said. He must stand his ground out of pride for the situation. This is the ego speaking and not benefiting anybody. This matter will change with getting his demise. So there is a brighter time ahead. This will lift sanctions as well for the Russian people, and the fear of conscription, I feel. Okay, Greenland. There's been a lot of distraction from this matter, but this matter still has importance. Precedents don't allow other matters to diminish the issue in this region. There are distractions at play, watching what one hand's doing while the other hand, it's like a magic trick, creating a distraction. I'm seeing Trump again. Look over here, nothing going on. Suzuki, Toyota. Japanese manufacturers. What about that? I feel there's going to be a new type of vehicle, maybe hydrocarbon, led by maybe some of these manufacturers. This is something to look forward to and will be the way forward. Electric cars having their setbacks and not as environmentally friendly as once considered. This will offset rising fuel prices. This was inevitable. These rising fuel prices will stay high for some time. Budgeting. Okay, so budgeting could become very important in households, reducing frivolous spending. So that was one of the things, the mortgage rate increase. So that came up last time, and then I think within a week after that channeling, there had been a mortgage rate increase. I did say series, so I'm just seeing if there's more to come. Oh, I'm getting very green light. Okay, what's going on there? Okay, I'm not seeing anything about that, so let's keep going. I think lenders are going to try and absorb some of this change. Things are starting to crumble around the situation. So I feel like they're trying to hold this up, hold it steady. In the background, there's a lot going on. I feel like it's going to be too hard. Something will give, and there will be another rise is inevitable. So keep some funds aside for this time if things are tight. Subscriptions. So have a look at your subscriptions and maybe, have a look at what's not required. Unnecessary subscriptions, I'm hearing. Spotify, things like this, all of these add up. So running a budget, household spending can be interesting and can be altered so that where changes are made, this can be a saving grace, I'm hearing. Ladybird. I'm hearing ladybird, ladybird, fly away home. Okay, this is for those of you that are in isolated circumstances in a country or a location which you don't consider is your home environment, definitely not feeding your heart, your soul. So maybe economic means this will no longer hold you. There's going to be a giving way and a going back to the place where there is support and healing and heart and community. Not heeding this call could lead to depression, isolation, poor outcomes. I feel this is because of the raised elevation, so it's really important to kind of engage with places and areas, and I'm just seeing the green again. Okay, for healing. There's been a lot of sacrifice in people's lives. This will no longer, I'm hearing, be necessary. This will no longer be necessary. It will become apparent if this is you. There will be a yearning, recognition, and emptiness where support is required. So don't be afraid to step boldly, I'm hearing, towards your homelands. I feel that this will support you. Home ownership. This is going to change. I feel this is, again, more communal living, but actually I feel that areas are going to be set up where people are multi-dwellings on one property, where you can buy into like a lease type situation. There will be changes around this. Situation is untenable for our children. Land ownership being very difficult and expensive. So there will be solutions around this as well, to hold generations to come. These solutions will work very well, and again, be very community orientated with lots of shared resources, and this is the way forward. Concrete. I'm not sure what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing like concrete foundations or concrete that's been laid like in a carport or something along those lines. I feel this might be superseded by a better product. I'll just see if that's what it is. Yeah, it will be replaced. There will be other materials that are utilised, and also for the walls of homes. And I have seen what I saw as clay and hay, and someone told me what that was, which I can't remember. But it is actually a light product which has hemp fibres within it. And it's like a fire retarding wall. I'm very distracted again because I'm getting so much green. Okay, I'm just going to say healing. This is a time where emotions are going to come into play. This is not to be shoveled down again, to be buried. This is to be felt into, to recognize where this has come from, to salve the wound. So a recognition of different emotions that will arise. So it could be just a highly emotive time. So just be careful of anger as well, if there's been any unexpressed anger or despair. So just breathe into this. There will be trigger points, and they may not be very large, and it will trigger these emotions. And what I need to pass on about this is that this is for them to be released. So observe them, I'm hearing. Just observe and be curious about any emotions that arise rather than reactive, and just recognize that these are emotions that have been stored within our organs, within the tissues, within our energy systems in our body. And with the rising light and intensity, they need to be released. This will benefit us. We can move on in a lighter way, a lot more open and accepting, and not replaying the same emotional wounds, the same emotional patterns. So look to this time as a time of enlightenment. These are the rumblings. I feel this is a 2-year period where it's just a little bit of uncertainty. I'm seeing the aurora australis again, or I'm just seeing light, and just so much light kind of moving vertically. There is so much light upon the planet. We are raising in vibration. This is causing a process where there is shedding of one's beliefs, stored emotional states. Things will transpire. The gold nugget will be seen in all of this. Over time, changes will occur which will create improvement. Again, I'm hearing just to observe and release and let go, and go with the flow of this time. Holding stuck to things that you are being asked to let go of will become extremely difficult. And yeah, I feel like it will be really difficult, like almost impossible to hang on to things that are needed to be let go of. So don't cling. Don't cling. Just allow. I feel like the universe is saying, when you let go, you'll float. You'll flow freely with like an updraft. The universe has you. Just have trust. And I'm just seeing faces back, looking up, allowing the sun to shine, and just to be, and to express, and to be creative, and to have joy and happiness and laughter and togetherness and community. These things have given way over recent decades. And I'm just seeing like the being on the treadmill, the angst, the hardship. Just allow this breakdown. It will inevitably build you up. Not an easy concept to express when you seek safety and security. Your safety and security is found in numbers, in relationships, in each other. Okay. I'm just going to end it there because I just heard end it there. So there you go. Yeah, interesting about Prince Charles and the royals. Anyway, this is a Friday. This is going to be, I'm not sure when I'm going to put this up, maybe Monday. But by that time, my new intuitive foundational development course should be up and running on my website. For anyone that's interested, you can partner that with a mentorship or with my intuitive development group. The next round for the intuitive development group is also up on my website. 3 different time zones. That's starting with 5 fortnightly sessions on the 1st and 2nd of April. So if you're interested in any of those, links are in the bio. I'm always here for readings as well. So thank you for listening and look forward to seeing you next time.